This is gonna be really hard. Oh no.
Hey everyone, it is I, and I am back. Sorry for the late upload. I was working a lot more shifts, like I said, this month, so I have a few days off now, actually. So I'm very grateful for that. Luckily, I didn't skip my workouts. So, I was still able to work out 4 days a week, starting from week 1 of this year. So, one home gym advantage: you do not have to I guess wrestle with other people at the gym because January, a lot of people usually head to the gym January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, so it's usually pretty crowded. All the power to those people. Makes me happy to see people at the gym, but I take long breaks and I feel pretty guilty, I think. So it's good. It's good that we can all work out in our own little spaces. So we're changing things up. You probably saw it in the title. So no more 531, at least not this month. So one of the big reasons why I was doing 531 and I kept doing it was because I wanted to get my squat over about 225 pounds. So, I have never done like any Olympic weightlifting in my life, right? No snatches, no power cleans, nothing like that. I've done them sarcastically, like, a couple of power cleans in my life, but that's really about it. So, I watch Sika Strength, the YouTube channel. Those guys are pretty fun to watch. And, if there's one thing that they're known for, I guess it's their Road to Anywhere squat program. And so if you go to their website and you want to purchase the program, then they give you like 3 options, right? If your back squat is less than 100 kilograms, less than 180, and I think over 180 maybe. And so I just wanted to, I think this was me trying to save money because I figured I could get over like 100 kilograms eventually. But when I first started, 531 last year, I still wasn't over that. So once I got to like 225 comfortably and, I got to 245 without a belt, then I was like, okay, now we can do this program. So, the goals haven't changed. It's still, let's hit 1,000 pounds with the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. But here's a few things I've noticed, right? So in the last few months, it's difficult to deadlift every week. And especially, as I started, as I kind of got back to form, it got more difficult, right? In the beginning, in August and September of last year, when I first started 531 and I hadn't deadlifted in a while, it was easy, right? I was doing kind of higher reps and the weights weren't that high. And, there was some muscle memory. So, I was not at like my all-time highs or anything. But eventually, I ended the year doing like 385, which is by far the most I've ever done. And just the, I guess, fatigue that comes from that, it's pretty significant. And so I wanted to take a break from deadlifting, and I felt like, the overhead press, definitely a good exercise, and I want to get better at it. But if my goal right now is, specifically 3 lifts and the overhead press is not one of them, then maybe I should devote that time to, something else. So what I ended up doing this go around is basically I purchased 2 programs from Sika Strength. I purchased their Road to Anywhere program, squat program, and then I got the Sika bench program. Those guys, they talk and say that you can run these programs sort of concurrently with other programs, and people run their own programs together, multiple Sika programs. So I figured let's just go all in, let's see what these guys are all about, what their kind of training schemes and progressions are like, and give it a shot. And this way my back squat should hopefully go up and my bench press should hopefully go up. I couldn't really find much information online about their bench program, but hopefully after 8 weeks I'm able to give something a review on both of them, both the RTA and the bench program. And I think there's a correlation between your back squat and your deadlift. At least I don't know if I read it in Starting Strength or somewhere, but I'm hoping that's going to end up being the case. And back squat goes up and the deadlift goes up. Hopefully the bench goes up. I don't know if you can see on the little whiteboard right there, but I got 855 pounds for the 3 lifts. So I just got to make it to 1,000. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, this is week 1. So thoughts after 1 week of this program is, I was right. I was right to be afraid. I was right to have, done 531 for as many weeks as I did. And I think if I can get through this program, which is not a given, I should be in good shape. Real quick, I did buy Versa grips as well, so this is like a little holiday present to myself. They're actually kind of expensive. They were like $80 or something. These are like the Versa grips Pro. I just wanted to last for the rest of my life, and so the reason I got them is because I wanted to really just try them out, right? I don't know if I actually need them, but I just want to make sure that, for these couple of months, I'm not trying to get stronger on the pull-ups. I know I probably should work on my grip, but I just wanted to see what they were like and if they could like help me in more of a hypertrophy sense. Also, this is the first time I've done push-ups in probably 2 years, so that's interesting. And then the bench program also, or one of the programs, calls for some exercises that I've really never done, so I had to YouTube a few things. I will say I had a silly question about their program. It was just like a nomenclature thing, and within a couple days the guys like reached out to me when I asked a question, and they're pretty good about their Facebook page, so shout out to that as well. Where was I? I'm not actually sure. But I think I was talking about like 531 and how I'm happy I did it for a few months beforehand. My squat form, I don't know if it's good or bad. I mean, it's probably all right, but I told my friends that I'm doing this program, and I told them I'm happy that I waited, because this program requires you to do like sets of 10, right? Which 531 prepares you for, but you work out like multiple days a week doing squats, right? 2 days a week. And if you don't have like reasonable form and you're not like somewhat like confident, I think it's really going to beat you up. So my thoughts after the first week are basically this, right? So for the squat program, the volume is high and it's kind of confidence inspiring. I don't remember, but I think last year on one of the months, like I barely hit 185 or 195, and I was proud of that for the squat. And you'll see, like, I don't even know, I'm doing like sets of like maybe like 6 or 8 or something with like 170, and that's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I just kind of believed that I could do it, and here I am doing it. So the progress that I've made in the last like few months has been pretty fun for me, and it's motivational, so it keeps me going. So I don't know, I guess it's just my experience. So hopefully I have a long way to go. 170 by 8, that's what this was, which, I mean, that's insane, right? If you look at like the last few months of what I've been doing. So first of all, let me say that these first few weeks of 2024 have been not easy in many ways for me. Probably the hardest one is, I've just been working so much, and I know that so I actually have kind of a deadline. So both these programs are 8 weeks, and at the end of February I have like a little mini vacation I have to go to. Yes, have to, or else I would push it back. And that's when I have to max out these things. So if I miss a few days here and there, it's going to kind of throw everything off. And the progression on this RTA program is so like steep that if I miss a day, like I don't think I can afford to skip a single day. So that's one thing you kind of got to know about this program. And I will say I'm not a fair judge yet of this program because I haven't really done all of the accessories. I did all of them, but not like as many sets as I was supposed to, or I did them like on different days just because of my work schedule. So those are kind of the caveats of me running these programs so far. I think going forward I will have most of the weeks I will be able to do them fully. And so that's the RTA squat program. The bench program, I don't really know what to expect. I mean, it's starting off with such light weights, but the reps are there, but it feels a lot more like the more hypertrophy focused 531 stuff. But one thing that I do like a lot about this bench program is I have not done much like bodybuilding type stuff in half a year now, 7 months, and that stuff has a, I guess, low fatigue but like high motivational appeal. And when you do curls, right, like it doesn't burn you out for like 6-7 days, and you get like immediate gratification. And I haven't done that in a long time, so the bench program does have like bicep tricep work in it. So I'm actually really looking forward to that. And I had a lot of fun on one of the days, because that's kind of what you work out, and it just feels good. I guess one thing I will say is, um, it helps if you have like a lat pull down machine. I don't. And so, kind of shifting gears here a little bit. I don't know if I ever talked about, maybe I did, like what I would do differently, but looking at the programs that I've done, and kind of the longer term goals that I have, I think if I had bought a different like power rack, that would have been a good idea. I think predominantly I'm still doing like squat, bench, deadlift, right? Like that's still my thing. But cable attachments are something I kind of miss. I don't need anything too fancy, right? But it's crazy how much floor space any kind of like standalone cable machine takes. And then to load it is like a whole thing, and they're expensive if you don't get a plate loaded machine. And there's really no options to put one on this half rack, so it's such a mess. But I would say that if I could do it again, I think the most important thing honestly is, and you hear this in other videos and stuff too, is get the smallest footprint rack you can, that is sturdy, and that has as many of the features as you want built in. And so this does like two of the three. It's sturdy and it's small relatively, but yeah, it just doesn't have any space for any kind of like cable attachment or anything. I know some of the other Rogue racks do, but the price is insane on those. So I don't really know what we're gonna do on that. I've been watching a lot of reviews, like trying to do some research, figure out what to do. But for right now, instead of doing lat pull downs, I just ended up doing some pull ups and kind of you know, f- figuring out some equivalencies. Anyways, you saw some skull crushers. I think that's what they're called. You see some curls. And so this is a preview of the future after we get done with RTA and the bench program. We're going to spend a few months just kind of working on diet and hypertrophy training. In any case, that's it for me, guys. Week 1 or week 2, I think, done. So week 1 of training, but week 2 of this YouTube series. I hope you guys stick around for 8 weeks of progress, and I can't wait to see where this stuff ends up. I'll see you guys later.